Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lithia and Driveway Fields in Medford, Oregon, as today we get ready for a Southwest Conference doubleheader between your Roseburg Indians and the South Medford Panthers. Roseburg on the road playing for the first time in a week. Last time they were on the field was last Saturday at home against North Medford, but due to Mother Nature and all sorts of new developments that we're not usually used to dealing with in a school season, we did not find ourselves playing midweek as normally scheduled. But today, Roseburg finally gets a chance to get back on the field as there are puffy clouds overhead, but we're getting enough sunshine. The field is artificial turf, and we feel like we're ready to go for some baseball today here in Medford. Welcome you into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Coming up here in the pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson, talk about today's matchup and what the week's been like for Roseburg as they've been waiting to find out when they will play next. So we'll have that coming up for you. Want to remind folks that our game today is streaming live online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel at 1490 The Score. You can watch it there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the school year. We are kind of out in the elements today and trying to work off the cell phone Wi-Fi hotspots, so please forgive us if things do not work technically wise the way that you're used to. We're doing our best, and we'll hopefully get a chance to make this one happen for us here today. We will have the broadcast going there. We have the video stream up and running right now, but if you do for whatever reason lose the video stream, you can always listen to the game on the radio, or you can find it streaming on 541radio.com. You can listen to this station live to catch the audio broadcast there. We should hopefully be able to keep the audio side of things going if we can't keep the video side going, which hopefully will not be the case for us here today. All right, we're going to go ahead and get in our first commercial break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Troy Thompson. It's Roseburg baseball for you here on a Saturday from Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame show here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, and streaming with live video online at 541radio.com. Getting ready for a doubleheader here on this Saturday down in Medford, and it's almost a miracle we seem to get to be playing. Coach Troy Thompson joining me here. Coach, it's got to feel good to get back out there, but the last few days, what have you guys been doing to try and stay focused and try to not get in your head too much, wondering will we, won't we, each and every day? This seems like this last week.
Yeah, it has been this last week. It's been an up and down week for sure between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, knowing we weren't going to play on Friday, at least on Friday. and then down here today. So yeah, fortunate to be able to be standing here on a turf field here in Medford with the sun out at the moment, with lots of clouds hanging. So we'll see what happens here today. But yeah, the rest of the week, looking behind us there between the Grants Pass game that we didn't quite get done, and that moves to Monday. So we'll be in Grants Pass on Monday if the weather allows us, and then Tuesday back at home against South Eugene. So we had a good week of practice, a good week of time with the players, and hopefully that pays off here today as we get to take the field again for the first time since last Saturday. So yeah, it's been an up and down week, but the kids have done a great job of staying focused, staying through it, and kind of controlling what we can control, which is not much in regards to the weather. So we just try to stay focused on us and continue to work on getting better at the things we need to get better at, and the kids have done a great job of that this week.
The delays, pushing the game to Monday, how does that kind of affect things? I know pitching staffs, we talked about it during the middle of this last week with the Grants Pass game that you guys were hoping to be able to stay on schedule, and obviously things kind of went awry there. How's that kind of affect things with your pitching schedule?
Yep, things change, and you kind of just adjust as you go along, and that's what we're doing here today. And we play Monday and Tuesday. We'll put the guys on the mound that we think give us our best chance, and we'll go from there. So you can't be set in anything when the weather doesn't allow it. So we're just going to do our best to react to what we have to do coming in ahead of us here, and hopefully our arms will be ready and give us a chance during those games.
Today you guys take on South Medford for 2 here today at Lithia and Driveway Fields, I guess now. This South Medford program, obviously look at the record. Things have gone well for them, but what do you think about the competition today?
Very good club. They have some talented individuals, and on the mound they'll be very good in both games today. These are some of the players we saw last spring in our season there, the short season, and then through the summer in Legion Ball with Docs and Mustangs. So they have a couple of guys that played in that program in the summer, and they'll be here today, and they'll both be on the mound, I'm assuming, today. Not looking at their lineup or not seeing their lineup yet, but I would assume we'd see the arms they have returning from last year, which were very good. So talented club, and pitch it extremely well. So we'll have an opportunity to see some great arms today, and hopefully we can compete in the box and make some things happen for ourselves.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
And that is head coach of the Roseburg baseball team, Troy Thompson, joining us here in our pregame show as we get ready for game 1 of a doubleheader today here at Lithia Driveway Fields, the newly named U.S. Cellular Fields. Previously, we've gone through some of that up in Roseburg with Legion Field, now moving to Champion Car Wash Field, and we've gone through a little bit of that rebranding up there as well. Getting ready to go on what is a cool and a bit of a breezy day here. Thankfully, right now, sun is shining down on us here at the ballpark as we get ready for today's ball game. And teams are out there getting gone through their warm-ups, ready to go. Roseburg 3 times this week had a chance to try and play against Grants Pass, and it just didn't work out for them throughout that series of attempts. Tuesday was supposed to be in Grants Pass, didn't work out there. The outfield was just too soggy after a lot of precipitation had been coming down. And then on Wednesday, they tried in Roseburg, but it was actively raining pretty steadily in Roseburg on game day, and they didn't want to start and then have to stop. So they decided to push it off till Thursday. Then Thursday would have been a decent day to try and play, but unfortunately transportation issues for Grants Pass ended up canceling that game on Thursday. Now Roseburg will try to make up that game against Grants Pass on Monday, and then turn around and they will host South Eugene on Tuesday for their next game after that. So it's going to be a stretch of games all right in a row for Roseburg coming up here in the next few days. Joey Keyran here with you from Medford, where right now we're looking at 46 degrees, and as I said, we do have some blue skies overhead, but there are dark clouds off on the horizon, plenty of clouds back behind us. Not sure exactly which direction they're moving, but they are in the area, so we'll keep an eye on kind of how the weather continues to progress for things here today. We are getting ready for this matchup. We're going to have our final 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll go ahead and get you a look at your starting lineups for today's matchup between Roseburg and South Medford, game 1 of a twin bill. Back after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County, Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Back here at Medford as we get ready to go for Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Roseburg and the South Medford Panthers. We are sitting back behind home. We busted out the, not the GoPro today, but instead it is our little webcam to try and get you the video coverage through the chain link fence so you're not having to stare at chain link throughout the game. And it does not necessarily have focus capability, so it might be a little fuzzy, but hopefully a little bit better than having to stare at the chain link, which is always so much fun at these public ballparks like they are. But we are out on the road covering some Roseburg baseball for you here today. Happy to be with you. Thanks again to our pregame show sponsor, Roseburg Disposal. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Well, as we get ready to go, let's take a look at your starting lineup first for the Roseburg Indians, who will take the field as the visiting team today behind head coach Troy Thompson. Roseburg out to an 8-4 start, 2-0 in conference play after sweeping North Medford last weekend. Roseburg has won 2 straight games so far and sitting at the top of the Southwest Conference standings. For the Indians, leading things off, it is right fielder Logan Klopfenstein, followed by third baseman Austin Takahashi. At shortstop, batting third is Dawson Gillespie. At first base, batting cleanup, it's Silas Kincaid. Pitching here in Game 1, batting fifth, Dominic Tatone. Nathan Wayman will DH here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. He'll bat for left fielder Garrett Zymet. At catcher, Knox Hubbard, and then it is second baseman Sebastian Watson. And in center field, it is Carson Dunn. And that is your starting 9 for Roseburg here in today's ballgame. They will face off against Tanner Douglas. Douglas, a lefty on the mound for South Medford, comes in with 17 1/3 innings worked. He's starting his 4th game of the season. Currently 33 strikeouts, 16 walks, a 2.47 ERA, and a 3-0 win-loss record. And that is the lefty on the mound for South Medford. He will be starter in Game 1. And Roseburg looking to hand South Medford just its 2nd loss of the season. Behind the plate, Eli Havey is the catcher. Carson Joe out at first. Cam Sewell at second. Jace Miller is at short. Caleb Long at third. In the outfield from left to right, Jake Mason, Tosh Stupenhaus, and Gannon Jones. Those are your starters defensively for South Medford. Well, we get ready to go for today's ball game. And it'll be Logan Klopfenstein to lead things off for Roseburg. Breezy day here Feels as if it's blowing right to left across the diamond. First pitch for Douglas, and we are underway as the first pitch in for strike one. Logan Kloffenstein, right-handed batter, left-handed thrower. He'll take low for a 1-1 count. One pitch. Low again. Count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike here for Kloffenstein, leading things off for Roseburg. Fires one out the right field. That'll drop in for a leadoff base hit for Kloffenstein. He'll hold up at first. Roseburg's leadoff man, batting .300 even on the season, gets a base hit to start off the day for Roseburg. 1 on. Roseburg going to try and get the early lead for South Medford, coming off of a split against Sheldon in their last games. Lefty Austin Takahashi will take inside for ball 1 in his first pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1-0 swung on for strike 1. 1-1 for Takahashi. With a man out at first base, the lefty on the mound, Douglas looking that direction. He'll throw to the plate, breaking ball. Strike at the bottom of the zone to give him a 1-2 count. So it'll be a 1-2 pitch coming up here for Takahashi. Swings and fouls it away. Again, the 1-2 pitch here for Tanner Douglas. Takahashi waits. Douglas takes his time. He misfires high with a fastball. So it'll be a 2-2 count for Austin Takahashi with Logan Kloffenstein after his leadoff single on at first base. Look out, that ball off the glove, buzzing the tower for Takahashi. Goes all the way to the backstop, up to second base. Goes Kloffenstein on the pass ball. So it'll be a full count pitch here for Takahashi. Swings, fouls that one. Third base side diving attempt. Not going to be able to get there. Caleb Long, the third baseman, out of his reach. Diving head first towards his dugout on the third base side. It'll stay a full count pitch. So we'll do it again on the 3-2. Three-two pitch for Tanner Douglas, checking back on Kloffenstein at second. Got him with the high heat, swung through it for the strikeout. So 1 away on the strikeout. Runner out at second, 1 out. Top of the first. Dawson Gillespie will bat, the shortstop for Roseburg. Goes right side, second baseman. Cam Sewell in front of it. Low throw to first, but they do get the out. Up to third base goes Klopfenstein with 2 away. It'll bring up Silas Kincaid, the cleanup man for Roseburg. Trying to get the first run of the game in from third with 2. First pitch for Douglas, outside. The 1-0 misses in the dirt for Douglas. Two away out at third base, Logan Klopfenstein. Pops it up, that one back behind home, and it will get out of play, giving chase. Tanner Douglas racing now all the way to the fence to try and get to that one. So it'll make it 2 balls and a strike against Dawson Gillespie with 2 outs at third base. Logan Klopfenstein here in the top of the first, scoreless ball game. Excuse me, it is Silas Kincaid at the plate. Kincaid waits. Takes inside. Ahead in the at-bat, can be selective here with the 3-1 pitch coming up. Douglas, the lefty on the mound, trying to get through this first inning. Has allowed just 1 hit so far, strikeout as well. Trying to leave a man stranded at third. The 2-1, bottom of the zone there, and it'll take the count full. So a full count pitch. At third base, Klopfenstein. Ooh, strike 3 called inside corner. Kincaid thought it was ball 4. Was headed to first base. Will not get there. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless ball game with South Medford coming up the bat after a 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
We're making the best of a terrible situation. Welcome you back here for the bottom of the first inning. It is Roseburg and South Medford as we've got 1/2 inning in the books. Welcome you back as today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. That'll be leadoff man Cam Sewell starting things off for South Medford, followed by Jace Miller, the shortstop, and Tanner Douglas, a pitcher. Your 3 hitters due up here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game after Roseburg goes down in the first inning, leaving a man stranded at third. It'll be Dominic Titone, a lefty on the mound for Roseburg. He will fire in the first pitch for strike one, and we are underway in the bottom of the first inning. Lefty versus lefty matchup as Cam Sewell digs in. Takes a breaking ball low. Count goes to 1-1. Eli Havey, the catcher, will bat cleanup, followed by Carson Joe at first base. Tosh Stupenhaus, the center fielder, batting sixth. I'll get you the bottom third of the lineup in a moment. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner to the lefty, Sewell. In the seventh spot, the DH, Jackson Robertson, batting for Gannon Jones, the right fielder. Then Jake Mason, the left fielder, and Caleb Long at third base rounds out the starting 9 for South Medford. Pitch outside, count goes 2-2 for Dominic Titone. Dom was, I think, set to pitch against Grants Pass midweek, but didn't get the chance there, so now starting today. Check swing, went around in the dirt. Knox Hubbard up with it. Will throw down to Kincaid to get the out as Cam Sewell goes down with the strikeout. And that is one away here in the first for South Medford. All strikeouts brought to you by One Peak Medical. Don't let your perfect pitch get by you. If you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor, visit onepeakmedical.com to book your appointment today. One Peak Medical, accepting new patients both in person and virtually, and covered by most insurances. One away, up to bat will be Jace Miller, the shortstop, right-handed batter. Breaking ball, he'll hit. Gets through at the gap on the left side for a base knock. Dawson Gillespie trying to get there, just out of his reach as he dives at shortstop. There's one away with a man on at first for the Panthers. Bring up Tanner Douglas. Dominic Titone this season, 18 innings worked, making his fourth start, a 1-1 record. A 2.72 ERA, 19 strikeouts, make it 20 now, and 14 walks allowed. He'll face the lefty Douglas. Gets the first pitch across for strike one. Tanner Douglas batting third, hitting with Jace Miller on at first. Big lead out there for Miller. Off-speed pitch is high for a 1-1 count for Titone. So both teams with a base hit so far in this ball game. Roseburg left a man stranded at third on the top of the first. Pitch in the dirt. Runner goes to second. The throw down that direction will not get there in time. There's a strike at the plate against Douglas. Up to second base goes Miller.
Good job, Jace.
Count is 1-2 for Tanner Douglas, who either got fooled or was just trying to protect the runner on that last pitch. Went around kind of half-heartedly. 1-2 count for him. Hits it towards shortstop. It gets knocked down by Gillespie. Will not get it to first in time.
Great job, Jace.
So Miller gets to third base. Tanner Douglas gets on with the error. And it'll put runners on the corners here for South Medford. Still just one out. The runner at second base kind of hesitating to hop over that baseball as it was making its way to Dawson Gillespie and might have distracted him for a moment, and that's what you want the hitter to do. Ball pops off the glove for Knox Hubbard all the way to the backstop, and a run will score on the pass ball. 1-0, South Medford takes the early lead. Up to second base goes Douglas.
Go out there, let's go.
Man at second. A 1-0 count at the plate for Eli Havey. 1-0 lead for South Medford. Pitch too far inside to go 2-0 here for Havey, the catcher for South Medford. Dominic Titone falling behind in the at-bat. 1-0 lead now for South Medford. Behind the plate, Knox Hubbard catching for Roseburg today as he'll stretch his way to his right. Get that ball outside. Sebastian Watson's going to call time and head to the mound for a quick conversation here with Dominic Titone. 3-0 pitch coming up here for Havey. Let's take a look around the diamond for Roseburg. Silas Kincaid out at first. Sebastian Watson at second. Austin Takahashi at third. And Dawson Gillespie at short. Left to right, Zymet, Dunn, and Klopfenstein is a 3-0 pitch in for a strike. For those that might be watching online, yeah, our camera is a bit fuzzy today. We've got the webcam out and tried to do what we could to make sure you weren't staring through chain link fence. And I know that it's not as clear of a picture as you're used to, and I apologize about that. Doing the best we can with the situation we've got going on here. Eli Havey draws a walk on the 3-1 pitch and heads on down to first with one out, runners at first and second. They'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher, and that is Gannon Jones that'll come in to run. That is Cooper Mitchell. I was going to say Gannon Jones is who they said was in left field, right field. First pitch high on the off speed for Carson Joe, the first baseman. Struggling to find the strike zone here lately for Dominic Titone. Ball towards shortstop. Gillespie will get the out at second, charging in on that ball. He will get the force out of Cooper Mitchell. 6-4 the put out at second base, 2 away. Up to third base goes Douglas, and Joe will get on with a fielder's choice at first. So there's 2 down. That brings up Tosh Stupenhaus, the center fielder. Will bow with 1 away. 1 run in so far for South Medford in the first inning. The pitch is high to start it out, 1-0 count. The South Medford team starting out the season 9-0, lost their first game of the year against Sheldon. Pop fly, foul territory. Kincaid giving chase, makes the catch, falling down in foul territory to finish off things in the bottom of the first inning. A play in foul territory by Silas Kincaid will keep it a 1-0 game in favor of South Medford. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base for South. We'll go to the top of the second inning. It is Roseburg trailing 1-0 against South Medford on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are back here for the top of the second inning. Roseburg trailing 1-0 against South Medford here from Lithia Driveway Fields in Medford. It'll be Dominic Titone to lead things off for Roseburg. He'll take high and inside for ball 1 to lead things off. On the mound, Tanner Douglas into his second inning of work. Now a 1-run lead to work with. He'll miss low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes against Dominic Titone. You've got Titone, Nathan Wayman, and also Knox Hubbard. Your 3 hitters due up here in the second for Roseburg. Low and outside as the count goes 3-0 for Titone. The 3-0 pitch, taking his time here. Douglas will work. Does draw ball 4. Dominic didn't expect it to be ball 4, but taking all the way there, he will get himself on base. A leadoff walk for the pitcher. Dominic gets on. He'll stay on to run for himself here. 1 on with nobody out is Nathan Wayman DHing for Griff Zymet. Will get a chance to bat for the first time today. Nathan Wayman. Wish people would stop stepping in front of me to watch the game. Nathan Wayman takes low for ball 1 as Douglas continues to. Yeah, I can't quite see here. Thank you.
It's tight quarters here.
Strike in against Wayman.
Just trying to get a little bit of the catcher.
Wayman with a 1-1 count. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Top of the second inning, a man on at first base for Roseburg. Leading the way in the Southwest Conference right now at 2-0. Tied with Grants Pass. Grants Pass hosting North Medford today. Douglas's 1-1 is high. Make it 2-1 high. Is 3-1 count. Douglas coming out here a little bit shaky, finding the strike zone to start things off in the second inning. Tatone with his lead on at first. Swing and a miss by Kincaid. Big cut on the 3-1 pitch. Couldn't catch up to it. He finds himself with a full count now. Full count pitch here for Douglas. Takes a look to first. The lefty will fire. Ball out towards right center's got a chance. It will drop in for Wayman. That one's going all the way to the fence. Tatone rounding at third. He'll head for the plate. Nathan Wayman, he's digging deep, heading for third base. The throw not in time as he slides into the bag with a triple. And we got a tie ball game. Nathan Wayman will send this one all the way to the right center alley. An RBI single for triple for Nathan Wayman. Coming in to score from first is Dominic Tatone after the leadoff walk, and it's tied at 1-1. So Wayman at third base after his first hit of the game. Second hit for Roseburg on the day. Knox Hubbard will bat with nobody out, a chance to give Roseburg a lead. First pitch, strike 1. The 0-1 behind the head, dropping the bat wisely there for Hubbard. He'll get out of the way on the 1-1 count now. Tanner Douglas roughed up for his first run of the ball game on that triple by Wayman. Out in right center, you had Stupenhouse and Jones trying to track that one down. Swinging through on the 1-1 pitch for strike 2. Hubbard finds himself in the hole, the left-handed batter. Out of his stretch here for Douglas. Foul ball, staying alive for Hubbard. Knox with a 1-2 count. We'll get another look at it. Trying to drive in the go-ahead run from third here in the top of the second inning. One-two pitch. High and away. The battle continues for Knox Hubbard. The 2-2. Fighting off another one there for Knox. Stays alive. On deck, Sebastian Watson waiting. The 2-2. Yet another foul ball there for Knox Hubbard as he stays alive at the plate. At third base, Nathan Wayman representing the go-ahead run for Roseburg. After driving in the game-tying run, Dominic Titone from first after a leadoff walk here in the second. Still nobody out in the top of the second inning. Tanner Douglas having a battle here through this frame. His 2-2 pitch to Hubbard. Pops him up. Out towards center. We'll see if it's deep enough. Tagging, heading to home from third. Nathan Wayman will get in, and Roseburg's got a tie, or takes the lead on the sac fly. One away. In front goes Roseburg. 2-1, scoring Nathan Wayman on the sac fly. That'll clear the bases. Hubbard does his job, drives in the go-ahead run, brings up Sebastian Watson with nobody on and one down. First pitch, in for a strike on a breaking ball there for Douglas. Watson, the 8-hitter in the lineup card for Coach Thompson and the Indians. Pops it up. Down the first base side, calling for it. Carson Joe fighting the wind. That ball, he started out right next to the foul line, then had to make some adjustments back towards play. Does make the catch for the second out. 2 away. The wind has been a little breezy here today, and obviously playing with that one just a little bit as Carson Joe tracks the ball down. So you've got 2 down, nobody on. The 9-hitter Carson Dunn will bat. Breaking ball on the first offering is high for a 1-0 count for Tanner Douglas. Douglas giving up the lead here in the second. Titone was the game-tying run. He'll look to try and hold on to that 1-run lead going into the second. His second inning of work. Inside for Dunn. He takes the pitch for a 2-0 count. That one buzzing right by him. Looked like it might have almost got him, but just missing him on that inside corner to the righty. Strike on the outside corner this time. 2 balls and a strike for Dunn. With 2 outs, nobody on base. Top of the order, waiting on deck, in Logan Kloffenstein, who had a leadoff single in the first. Low and inside, count goes to 3-1 for Dunn. Douglas trying to work his way through here, top of the second. A 2-1 lead now for Roseburg. Putting up a crooked number here in the second. Pops him up here to center field, not very deep. Charging in, center fielder Tosh Dupenhouse will make the catch and finish things off in the top of the second. But Roseburg gets 2 runs in on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. The Indians fight back and take a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the second on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Dominic Titone will take the mound for the bottom of the second. Now with a 1-run lead to work with, he'll face Jackson Robertson, the DH, and fires in a first pitch, strike one. To lead off things here in the second inning, Roseburg baseball leading at 2-1 over South Medford. A swing and a miss for Robertson. He finds himself quickly in an 0-2 hole. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Also want to say thanks to Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Check swing on the breaking ball. Got just enough of it. Robertson will stay alive here. Roseburg getting 2 runs on 1 hit. A walk in the top of the second inning. Dominic Titone gave up the lead in the bottom of the first with 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. The batter is out as the tag applied by Knox Hubbard behind the plate. And Robertson will go down as strikeout victim number 2 on the day for Dominic Titone. That brings up Jake Mason, the left fielder, batting with 1 out and nobody on. Mason in left field. First pitch swinging, pops it up towards right field. And it's Sebastian Watson that goes out to make the catch. The second baseman in shallow right field makes the second out, 2 away. And it brings up the 9-hitter Caleb Long as Dominic Titone trying to get a quick second frame. Long, the 9-hitter, will take in the dirt for ball 1. Coming into this matchup, South Medford averaging 7.5 runs a game. Sharp hit ball gets through on the left side. That ball well hit there by Long. No chance at making a play on it for either Takahashi or Gillespie. 1 hop on the infield and then into left field for Long. Second hit of the ball game for the Panthers, and they've got a 2-out man on base. And it brings us back to the top of the lineup here for Cam Sewell. Sewell, the second baseman, struck out swinging in the first inning. Left-handed batter. First pitch in for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, couldn't stop it, goes around. Sewell finds himself quickly into an 0-2 hole. And Titone, despite giving up a hit, finds himself ahead here against the leadoff man. And a chance to finish off the inning. Bottom of the second, Roseburg leading 2-1. The 0-2 pitch. Pulls it towards second base. A couple of hops for Sebastian Watson. Collects and fires over to Kincaid. And the third out is recorded. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base for South Medford. We're through 2 innings of play. We go to the top of the third. Roseburg in front, 2-1 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Wind picking up here in Medford as we make our way to the top of the third inning. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Tanner Douglas back out for the third inning. Will face the 1-2-3 hitters in the lineup for Roseburg, starting with Logan Klopfenstein, the right fielder, 1 for 1 today. Klopfenstein a single to right field his first time up. First pitch, a breaking ball from Douglas in for strike one. Mentioned Klopfenstein batting .300 coming into today's doubleheader. He's got a double and a triple to his total this season. The rest of them have all been singles. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 pitch. A breaking ball disappearing low in the zone for him. Klopfenstein goes chasing, could not catch up to it. This is an 0-2 count. Klopfenstein gets a piece of it to stay alive, and he'll have another look at an 0-2 pitch. So today in the Southwest Conference, back to action for everybody. South Eugene at Sheldon, North Medford at Grants Pass. All double headers for everybody today. Roseburg softball is here in Medford as well to take on South Medford. The 0-2 for Klopfenstein. Strike three, top of the zone there. Down looking goes Klopfenstein. That is the third strikeout of the game for Tanner Douglas, his first since the first inning. One away, and it'll bring up Austin Takahashi, the lefty. Third baseman struck out swinging in the first. Swings through it on the inner half for strike one. Takahashi this season came in batting .324. Had just 5 strikeouts to his total prior to the one in the first inning. Swings away at another breaking ball for swing and a miss, strike two. And the count will go no balls, 2 strikes against Takahashi as Douglas coming back, looking to try and kind of lock this one back down after getting roughed up in the second inning. The 0-2 pitch to Takahashi. Breaking ball did not get the snap on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch here for Tak. He takes, and the catcher thought it was strike 3. He's fooled. It was not, according to the umpire. So it'll go to 2-2 for Austin Takahashi. Tak waits. Douglas takes his time, now fires in. Austin pops one up in the air out towards left field. That'll stay playable for Jake Mason. Using 2 hands, will squeeze that one for the second out. There's 2 away. And it brings up Dawson Gillespie, 0 for 1 with a ground out to second in the first. Douglas settling back in after walking a man in the second, giving up a triple, and then giving up the lead. Roseburg in front 2-1 here in the top of the third of game 1 of a doubleheader for us from Medford. Some darker clouds rolling overhead. It's dropped the temperature as the sun has been hidden from view. Ground ball, third base side. Caleb Long snags it. He'll fire it across the diamond for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 for Tanner Douglas in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as we go to the bottom of the third inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Bottom of the third inning, a 2-1 ball game. Roseburg in front of South Medford here from Lithia Driveways Fields in Medford. Dominic Titone will fire in a first pitch strike one against Jace Miller, the shortstop, leading things off for the Panthers. Swings through for strike two and finds himself in a quick 0-2 hole. Miller had a single in the first inning, first hit of the ball game for Medford, and eventually came around to score the first and only run as that pitch, breaking ball outside. Goes to a 1-2 count here for Dominic Titone. Titone allowing one run on 2 hits so far. He's given up 1 walk. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, fouled away, staying alive. Miller getting just a piece of that one. Well, these two teams both getting back out onto the field for the first time in a week. I don't believe that South Medford was scheduled to play during the week, and it might have been an off day for them on Tuesday. Roseburg, meanwhile, had games against Grants Pass canceled all 3 times during the week. Pitch was set up to be outside. Titone misses back inside. Count goes to 2-2 for Miller. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Require a throw down to first base. Hubbard will get it there, and there is another One Peak Medical strikeout for Dominic Titone. One Peak Medical, making sure that you are ready to go to not strike out on that new fad diet. Let One Peak Medical Fitness and Nutrition Advisors create an individualized plan for your daily routine, goals, and overall health. To make sure you succeed, One Peak Medical, accepting new patients. Visit them at onepeakmedical.com. Up to bat is Tanner Douglas. Douglas, the lefty, reached on an error the first time up. Stand in here with 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the third. His team trailing by a run. Takes low from Titone. Two and 1 the count for Douglas. Takes just out off the outside edge to the lefty. Back in the first inning, that was when Douglas grounded one to short. Stepping in front of it was Jace Miller, the runner, distracting Dawson Gillespie, who could not play that one cleanly. Didn't get it to first base in time to get Douglas, and he reached on that error. That put a man at third and eventually brought in the go-ahead run for South Medford. Full count pitch here for Douglas after a called strike two. Swings at the breaking ball, fouls it off, chips that one over towards the Roseburg dugout. So Douglas will find himself back at the plate with the 3-2 pitch coming up from Titone. Breaking ball misses high, and on base for a second time is Tanner Douglas. Game tying run on base at first with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the third for South Medford, Eli Havey will bat. South Medford last game losing 15-2 against South Medford. Visit out to the mound here for Dominic Titone, the coaching staff. Richie Charles out there to have a talk with the entire infield. Pitching conference. 15-2 in Game 2 of a doubleheader against Sheldon last Saturday. That was the first loss of the year for South Medford. Sheldon got ahead 5-0, led the entire game. They put 10 runs on the board in the top of the 7th to really pull away for that win. Game 1 was a tight one. South Medford trailed 1-0 after 4 innings of play. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th and managed to add 1 more in the bottom of the 6th as they came back late to win against Sheldon in Game 1, 4-2. Tanner Douglas in that one pitched 6 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 13 strikeouts. Runner to go on the throw, off the mark for Knox Hubbard, as Tanner Douglas will steal second base. At the plate, Eli Havey.
There he is, let's go.
So the game tying run now at second base. That'll eliminate that double play option for Roseburg defensively. Tone missing high. Havey last time he was up drew a walk. Take low. The count, I believe, goes 3-0 here against the South Medford catcher. Temperatures feel like they have drastically fallen here. I think the wind just picking up and the sun is hidden, so that's lost that option for heating us up down here. And the 3-0 pitch is high. That is back-to-back walks for Dominic Tatone. He's issued 3 of them so far in the ball game. With 1 out, he's got runners at first and second. Cooper Mitchell will be the courtesy runner out at first. He'll take over for Havey, the catcher. Out at second base is Tanner Douglas, and on at first base is Carson Joe. First pitch from Tatone is high, ball 1, and he is struggling to find his strike zone now. Tatone has issued back-to-back walks, and the last one came on 4 straight balls there. He gets one by Carson Joe. Throw down to first base, not quite in time. Back pick there by Knox Hubbard. Almost getting Cooper Mitchell at first. Carson Joe, a fielder's choice, got him on base in the first inning. Bats here with runners at first and second and 1 away in the third. Knox Hubbard set up outside. The pitch came back inside for Dominic Tatone. That ball not off by much, but I think maybe with the pitch location expected to be somewhere else, that might have changed the call on the pitch. 2 balls and a strike for Joe. Fouls 1 away. Evens up the count, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes for Carson Joe. Time was called before the pitch. Tatone still delivering the ball, but does not count on that one. Joe stepping out of the box just ahead of the delivery from Tatone. Dom will wait. Runner was going on the 2-2 pitch, fouled away by Joe. Out at second base, Tanner Douglas taking off running on the delivery. Today's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. 2-2 again for Tatone. Breaking ball, yes. Strike 3. A check swing couldn't hold up. And down with another strikeout. Dominic Tatone now with 4 of them in the ball game. That was a big one there with 2 outs. Now they'll have an opportunity to get outs at any base on the infield with runners at first and second. A courtesy runner will come in for Tanner Douglas at second. And that is Tristan Malari that'll be running out there at second base. First pitch, strike 1, swing and a miss for Stubenhouse. Toss Stubenhouse to the center fielder, flew out to the first baseman Silas Kincaid in foul territory in the first inning to commit the final out there. Bats here with 2 away and runners at first and second. That pitch inside for a 1-1 count. Game 1 of a doubleheader here from Medford. Breaking ball hitting the outside corner for Tatone. Stubenhouse now finds himself down 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the third. Roseburg leading 2-1. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Up with it. Hubbard sends it down to Kincaid, and that'll finish off the frame. Another strikeout for Dominic Tatone, his 5th of the ball game, and that'll finish things off for South Medford. Their threat is averted. No runs on no hits. There were no errors for Roseburg. 2 men left on base as we go to the top of the 4th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Roseburg leading 2-1 against South Medford. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Joey Keyran here with you from Medford, and thanks for everybody that's sticking through on our video stream. I know it is having some video issues. I think between Game 1 and Game 2, we're going to try something different and see if it'll help out a little bit. First pitch for Tanner Douglas here in the 4th inning. A breaking ball in for strike 1. As Silas Kincaid will lead things off. Struck out looking on a pitch he thought was inside on a full count pitch to end the 1st inning. He bats here to start off things in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch, another strike called against him. And Silas finds himself down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Kincaid, fouled away. So Silas will have himself an 0-2 count as he digs back in, still trying to protect that plate, get on base to lead things off here in the 4th. Fouls away the pitch, and it stays an 0-2 count. Sun's starting to break its way through once again. It's just kind of a lot of, I guess you'd call it partly cloudy sky, or mostly cloudy sky, it feels like, probably more aptly describing it. Saw plenty of snow up in the hills on our drive down here to Medford today. Saw a little snow mixed in when going over one of the passes and getting hit by some rain as the 0-2 pitch swung on. A throw down to first not necessary as Kincaid will go down with a second strikeout in the game. That is the 4th of the day for Tanner Douglas. Pitchers duel going on here today between these two sides. A couple of lefties up on the mound dealing. One of them at the plate right now, Dominic Titone, the pitcher for Roseburg, stands in, drew a walk in the 2nd inning, came around to score the first run of the game for Roseburg. Bats with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch, breaking ball, off speed in for strike 1. Roseburg coming off of wins against North Medford, 3-0 and 6-5 in their 2 games on Saturday at home. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Titone finds himself down 0-2 after a shaky 2nd inning. Douglas has found his groove again. He's retired. He's now retired 7 straight batters after a walk and a triple to lead things off in the 2nd. Swinging through for strike 3. Titone goes down with another strikeout. Now 5 in the game for Douglas. There's 2 away, and Nathan Wayman will bat. He had the RBI triple in the 2nd that tied the game up and later scored on a sac fly by Knox Hubbard to give Roseburg the 2-1 advantage they have here at the moment. Wayman will bat with nobody on base and 2 away, top of the 4th inning. Breaking ball, strike 1, and Douglas is out there just firing BBs. He is just peppering the strike zone against Roseburg's hitters in the 4th. Tight ball game here. Roseburg would like to add some insurance if they could. As a fastball misses low and inside. 1-1 count. That might be one of the first pitches that has missed the strike zone for Douglas here in the fourth. 1-1. That ball hit off the plate. A little chopper down the first base side. Douglas nearly misplayed it. Did he get it to first in time? He does, to beat out Nathan Wayman. Mishandled, misplayed a bit there by Douglas, but he does get it to first in time to finish off the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Roseburg. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Indians still in front 2-1 on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Let's go, Jackson.
Bottom of the fourth inning, still a 2-1 ball game. Roseburg in front of South Medford. It'll be Jackson Robertson, the DH, swinging and missing at the first pitch of the fourth from Dominic Tatone. Both left-handed pitchers having a strong showing so far to start out this day. Really, it's been one inning for both of them that have been the ones they'd like to have back. Pitch just outside, 1-1 count for Robertson as we welcome you back here to Medford for today's ball game. Outside for Tatone. And he misses for the 2-1 count. Today's ball game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. Just on the outside and missing. Jackson Robertson finds himself ahead in the at-bat. 3 balls and a strike. Dom looking to try and challenge the strike zone here. Does get it at the knees for a called strike to take it to a full count. Robertson struck out in the second inning. Second at-bat of the ball game. Strike 3, he watches one on the outside corner go by, and that is a strikeout again for Dominic Tatone. He has struck out 3 straight and finds himself with 1 out so far here in the fourth inning. 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Tatone. Jake Mason will bat. Flew out to the second baseman in the second. Takes low for ball 1. Roseburg softball again playing a doubleheader down here in Medford today against South. Strike across, 1-1 count. Also today, Umpqua Community College baseball. They're up at Clark College in Vancouver for a doubleheader today. 1 o'clock first game. Breaking ball high, misses. Didn't have the bite there for Tatone. 2 balls and a strike.
Let's go. Get him started, Jake. Get it hard.
OSU baseball taking on Long Beach State this afternoon at 1:35. So no Beavers baseball on the radio for you today because of Roseburg baseball here on the radio. 3-1 count for Mason after missing low and inside for Tatone. UVO baseball finishes out a series at University of Washington today. It's a swing and a miss on the 3-1. Big cut out of Mason, and he could not catch up to it. Finds himself with a full count. That U of O baseball game, more notes on that for you here in a second. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, foul tip, just got a piece of it to stay alive. So the Ducks have won the series against the Huskies, but they look for the sweep today. And guess who's on the mound? Former Roseburg Indian, Jay Stoffel, making his second start at the University of Oregon. Strike 3 called on a pitch at the top of the zone, going down looking. Mason thought it was strike 3, and he goes back to the dugout. And that is strikeout victim number 7 for Dominic Tatone. He has struck out 4 straight. And it'll bring up Caleb Long, who had a single to left field, the 9-hitter. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Dahl missing with the first pitch. That one coming out of his hand funky. Left it way outside the zone. Out of his windup, the lefty comes back inside this time, but the count goes to 2-0. Stoffel making his first start, I believe it was last week, went only just one inning for the Ducks. Gave up 3 runs in 1 inning and was pulled after that. But they've got enough faith in him, and I think they've had some injuries with their lineup on the mound and their rotation there. And Stoffel working his way into the Game 3 starter in Pac-12 play. So good luck to Jace. 3-0 pitch here for Long. Right down the pipe for Dom. He will get a strike across to keep the at-bat going. 3-1 count. Swung on to left field, and Griff Zymet will come in and get it on the one hop. That is a second hit of the day for Caleb Long. Just the third hit in the ball game for South Medford. Comes with 2 outs, 1 on, back to the top of the order. Cam Sewell will bat. Sewell is 0 for 2 in the contest. Haven't seen any action for either bullpen. Combined, you've got 5 hits total in this ball game, so pitchers have been doing well. As the first pitch low to Sewell for a 1-0 count. Obviously, Roseburg with 2 games today, a game on Monday, and 1 coming up on Tuesday as well. They've got to make sure that they've managed their pitching staff well here over the next couple of days to get through this jam-packed portion of the schedule. 1-0 count for Sewell. Grounded out to second his last time up. He'll take outside. Time called out to the mound will go Knox Hubbard. So that'll be fun. I wish I could sit and watch Jace pitch there for the Ducks. That game starting at 2 o'clock, I believe, will be on the Pac-12 network. So if you've got you got a chance to be able to pull that up, there you go. Get a chance to watch former Roseburg pitcher, former UCC pitcher as well.
Let's go, Cam.
Sewell back at the plate with the 2-0 count. Hits one left side. That ball, if it stays fair, is going to be trouble, but it's just foul down the line down that direction. That was deep in the corner out there for Zymet. Long way to go for him. So that'll be a strike, long one there for Sewell. Back to first goes Caleb Long. He was around second by the time that ball was collected out in left field by Zymet in foul territory. Left-handed hitting Sewell back at the plate. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt, knocked down by Hubbard. Runner going, throw to second. Get him there. Caleb Long tossed out at second base. Applying the tag is Gillespie, and that'll finish things off in the 4th inning with Cam Sewell at the dish. He'll get a chance to bat coming up in the 5th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning, still 2-1, Roseburg in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Top of the 5th inning, it'll be Knox Hubbard, Sebastian Watson, and Carson Dunn coming up to bat for Roseburg as the Indians have a 2-1 lead on top of South Medford. We'll go ahead and get a chance at a legal ID here as we hit the 1 o'clock hour. We'll do that in just a moment. After the first pitch for Knox Hubbard, the catcher sac fly in the second to tie the ball game up. He'll take the first pitch for strike one. We pause 10 seconds for station identification here on The Score. Ball off the handle for Knox Hubbard. Got by. Not a lot of English on that one. Weird spin on it. Got by the mound for Tanner Douglas, but right up over the bump to the shortstop. And Jace Miller making the play to retire Knox Hubbard for the first out of the 5th inning. One away. Sebastian Watson will bat. Flew out to the first baseman his first time up. Takes a breaking ball high for a 1-0 count. Roseburg in front, 2-1 against South Medford. Roseburg trying to stay undefeated in conference play. South Medford trying to get to double-digit wins to be the first team in the conference to do so. Fastball misses low for Tanner Douglas into his 5th inning of work. Mentioned neither bullpens have been active. Any pitching changes always brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. So we'll be keeping an eye on any late changes in this one. Strike on the inner half to Watson gives him a 2-1 count. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Breaking ball sails in, 3-1 count. It's a cold day. I got to imagine pitcher's grips. We've seen Douglas uses a lot of breaking balls, gets a lot of movement, which requires specific grips and release points. Dom, we know Tatone does that as well. Cold day, fingers are probably a little stiff out there. Might be tough to sometimes get that break that they want. And we've seen a couple of balls sail in to the plate for both pitchers this afternoon. A walk issued to Watson. He took the 3-1 pitch inside for ball 4. And that is just the second walk issued by Tanner Douglas, and that snaps a streak of 10 straight batters retired by Tanner Douglas. Misses high to the 9-hitter Carson Dunn. It was 0 for 1. Back in the second inning, a walk, and then a triple by walk to Tatone, a triple by Wayman, and then it was sac fly, pop fly, 3 straight outs for Douglas. As he fires in. A strike for a 1-1 count to Dunn. So he retired 3 straight after giving up a leadoff walk and a triple in the second. He retired 3 straight in order in the third, same in the fourth, and then started out with an out here in the 5th. It was 10 straight batters retired for Tanner Douglas. Pitch outside, runner was going. The throw down to second will not be in time. Behind the plate, Eli Havey came up with that ball outside. He was thinking about throwing down to first base, so he looked there first, then realized he had to be going to second base. And by the time he was able to get it down that direction, it was too late. In with a stolen base as Sebastian Watson puts a man into scoring position for Roseburg for the first time since the second inning. The Indians leading 2-1 here in a tight ball game. And Douglas will step off the rubber to reset. Time called before the next pitch as Douglas taking his time on the mound. Two balls and a strike. That ball fouled back. 2-2 count. Dunn flew out to center field to finish things off in the second inning. He bats here with 1 out. And our camera got knocked sideways, just noticed. We'll have to get that fixed here. Strike 3 called against Dunn. He'll go down. It's going to be something today. Everything's going to be something today. That is strikeout number 6 on the day for Tanner Douglas. 2 away with Sebastian Watson at second, and Logan Kloffenstein will bat. First pitch for Douglas. Off the hands. That one fouled down the first base side for strike one for Kloffenstein. We'll get our camera fixed in between innings here, folks, those that are watching. And I know that video stream's been a little interesting today, so we're doing our best. First time I've been on the road this season with Roseburg. Every game I've been able to cover has been all at home, and I've been spoiled. Here on the road, it's a little different story. On the mound, Douglas with the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, gets all the way to the backstop. Watson will move up to third. A 1-1 count now for Kloffenstein, and an extra insurance run. Now 90 feet closer to home for Roseburg. This is going to prompt a visit out to the mound for the coaching staff for South Medford. Bring everybody in on the infield. First time Roseburg's had a man at third base since the second inning. Kloffenstein 1 for 2 on the day, a strikeout in his last at-bat. Kloffenstein will get back in there. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Roseburg threatening. Time called before the next pitch. Roseburg threatening to add some runs here against Douglas. Lefty breaking ball in the dirt. Got away from the catcher, but the runner not trying to score from third. That one was a tough read there for Watson. It looked initially like it was just going to sit right underneath the catcher, Eli Havey, but then it started rolling away further, and he might have had a chance to score if he broke initially, but with any delay there, you didn't want to try and make the final out of the inning at the plate, trying to score on a wild pitch. 2-1. Foul ball for Kloffenstein. And the count will go to 2-2. And again, we do know that the camera has been redirected after that foul ball into the screen. So we will get that fixed here in between innings. Again, we apologize for that. Top of the 5th inning. Kloffenstein at the plate for Roseburg. A 2-2 count. And they're giving the umpire a moment here after that foul ball, clipping him just a bit. Boy, when that wind really picks up, it is chilly out here. Temperatures last I looked, upper 40s for our temps here today in Medford right now. 2-2. Kloffenstein swinging a miss on the dirt. The throw down to first base will get there in time to get him. Strikeout to finish off the top of the 5th inning for Tanner Douglas, and he will get out of the trouble there. 7 strikeouts in the game for Douglas. But his South Medford Panthers trail 2-1 against Roseburg as we go to the bottom of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Fighter jets flying overhead here in Medford as we're not far from the international airport. 2-1 ball game. Roseburg in front of South Medford in this Southwest Conference doubleheader. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be the top of the order. Cam Sewell back at the plate after the final out was made on the base paths there in the 4th inning to finish with Sewell at the dish. So he'll get a new count and steps back in with the 0-1 pitch coming up here from Dominic Titone. This is low. This count will go 1-1. Breezy day here in Medford. We've seen some balls in the air that have been a little difficult to track down for both sides. 1-1 pitch. Sewell pops this one up into the parking lot for strike 2. Sewell is 0 for 2 in the ball game, his 3rd trip to the plate. Take outside. 3-1, I guess. I think I mistakenly called one of those first pitches as strikes. 3 balls and 1 strike. No scoreboard operator here today, so doing our best guess to try and keep track of everything. There is a strike. The count does go full. Sewell finds himself with the full count pitch coming up here to lead things off in the 5th inning for South Medford. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com. 3-2 pitch, pulled right side. It's Kincaid. He'll flip to Titone, a race for it at the bag, and he does get there just in time to beat Cam Sewell. Bang, bang play at the base. Silas Kincaid, the underhand flip to Dominic Titone, and that will retire Cam Sewell. 1 away in the 5th for South Medford. Jace Miller batting. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 1st. First pitch from Titone, a breaking ball for strike 1. Dom has been a big strikeout pitcher today as well, 7 of those for him. Swing and a miss with his breaking ball. Strike 2. Miller snuck one through on the left side in the 1st inning and came around to score on a pass ball. Takes outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is the only run of the game so far for South Medford. Out of his windup, the lefty Titone, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets another One Peak Medical strikeout for Roseburg. That is his 8th of the ball game. And there are 2 down as Tanner Douglas, the big lefty, will step to the plate. Douglas reached on an error and reached on a walk so far today. He'll take in the dirt for the first pitch. There's 2 down here in the 5th inning for Dominic Titone and the Roseburg Indians. Strike on the outer half to even up the count. Roseburg wearing the black tops today with the gray trousers. White tops, white trousers with the blue socks for South Medford. There's a pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch skips its way by. And Tanner Douglas is ahead in the at-bat, on the verge of possibly another walk. Just 3 of those have been issued so far today for Dominic Titone. Trying to not let him get on base with 2 outs here. The 3-1 breaking ball is a beauty right through the top of the zone for strike 2. Eli Havey waits on deck. He's drawn walks in both of his at-bats today. 3-2 pitch, swung and fouled away, back behind home. Douglas will do it again with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. A 1-run ball game. Ball 4 issued. Breaking ball missed outside. 4th walk of the game for Dominic Titone. Comes with 2 outs. Nobody on base, so base runner on for the Panthers. Eli Havey will get a chance to hit here. Douglas stays on to run for himself. Did get a courtesy runner after he'd gotten to second base back in the 3rd. Pickoff throw to first base and safely is Douglas. Douglas with a stolen base also in that 3rd inning. Another pickoff throw that direction. Back in safely is Douglas. Not a huge lead over that direction. He's a big, tall guy, though, lengthy. A chance to slide back in. Dom delivers first pitch high. Leaping up out of his crouch. Knox Hubbard able to get up there to get to that one. Havey, the cleanup batter for South Medford. Again, he's walked twice. 2-1 ball game. Game tying run at first base. Pitch misses low. 2-0 for the catcher. Just outside on the 2-0 offering. The count will go 3 balls, no strikes for Dominic Tatone against Eli Havey. Big lead out at first base for Douglas, and a throw down that direction after a strike on the 3-0 pitch. Hubbard can't get it there in time. Eli Havey, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball left side, gets by a diving Takahashi into left field. Only up to second base goes Douglas. So Havey gets on with his first hit of the ball game. Over at third base, it's been tough going for Takahashi. He's had a few balls that are hit by him pretty well, hasn't been able to get to them. They've been sharply hit, so he's been diving or one step, and that's all he gets. That is the 4th hit of the ball game for South Medford. A visit out to the mound for Richie Charles, the pitching coach for Roseburg. And he will have a conversation out there for just a few. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling. We mentioned them. Also, Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Lance and Randall. They're accepting new patients, so give them a call at 541-378-6694. No pitching change just yet for Roseburg. Any pitching changes throughout the ballgame are brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking of switching things up with your insurance coverage, you can get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience. Chris can make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need at a price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Tatone stays in the game. Will fire a first pitch, strike 1 against Carson Joe, the 5-hitter. First baseman struck out back in the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch, check swing, couldn't hold up. He goes around for strike 2. Hitting here with runners at first and second. Cooper Mitchell has come in as the courtesy runner at first base for Eli Havey, the catcher. 0-2 pitch for Joe. Tatone, breaking ball, throws him at the plate, strike 3, and Dom will finish off the 5th inning with his 9th strikeout of the ball game. And that will send us to the 6th inning with Roseburg still in front, 2-1. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 men left on base for the Panthers. Top of the 6th when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Top of the 6th inning, Tanner Douglas still throwing for South Medford. He'll face Takahashi, Gillespie, and Kincaid as Roseburg tries to add some insurance in the late stages of Game 1 of our doubleheader. Today's game brought to you by Seven Feathers Truck and Travel, K-Bar Beef Burgers, Tacoma Coffee, Road Snacks, and Fresh Produce. You'll find all that and more at Seven Feathers Truck and Travel, I-5 exit 99 in Canyonville. Tacoma Coffee. I stumbled over that the last time I read that one. Takahashi leads things off. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out to left field his last time up as the wind really starts to pick up here, blowing kind of out towards left field. Squaring to bunt. He'll take in the dirt for ball 1. Takahashi, a solid bunter, as well as a guy with a little bit of power as well. But hasn't been able to connect all that strongly as of yet. A 1-0 pitch to him outside for a 2-0 count. Yeah, wind blowing from our back here from behind home, so kind of blowing out towards left field. If somebody could get a hold of one. High and inside from Douglas. Count goes 3-0. Bullpens are back behind the Cyclone on either side. Kind of tough to see, but it's not looking like there's any action on either side. 3-0 pitch for Takahashi. The lefty does deliver in a strike at the knees. Tanner Douglas keeps the at-bat alive. Douglas has issued 2 walks in the game so far. His 3-1 pitch to Takahashi bounces in for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Roseburg. Last time they had the leadoff man on base. That was in the second inning when they came around to score and took a 2-1 lead. So on at first is Takahashi. Dawson Gillespie will stand in. 0 for 2 on the day for Roseburg's shortstop and 3-hitter. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Gillespie. Dawson is grounded out twice to second base and to third. Sun starting to break through as the wind let up for just a moment. You could feel its warming embrace. Breaking ball in for a strike. Throw to second will not be in time as Takahashi, great jump out there, steals second to get a man in scoring position. A 1-1 count for Dawson. Takahashi taking second for Roseburg. That is the second stolen base of the game. Douglas checking second base. Nobody holding on Takahashi too closely. Breaking ball comes in a bit high. 2-1 the count. Miller, the shortstop. Sewell, the second baseman. Sewell over there somewhat holding on Takahashi. Gillespie waits for the 2-1 offering. Swings through it for strike 2. Gillespie has at least been making contact. That might give Roseburg a chance to move Takahashi to third base if he could put something in play. Surprised that they didn't have him trying to bunt early on in this at-bat, especially with Takahashi stealing second early. The 2-2. Breaking ball is low, disappearing down. That's a nice pitch there by Tanner Douglas. That was a ball that looked like it was possibly going to hit the bottom of the strike zone there, then just had a lot of bite to it. Drops off, but good discipline at the plate for Gillespie. Lets that ball go by. He's got a full count coming up. The 3-2 pitch. Low, and there's ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued for Tanner Douglas. Douglas has walked the first 2 batters of the 6th inning with Roseburg leading 2-1. This will prompt a visit to the mound for the catcher, Eli Havey. No coaches have come out to have a conversation just yet. At first base, Gillespie. Takahashi at second. Good speed on the bases. Up to bat will be Silas Kincaid, who has struck out twice. Last time up, he struck out swinging. First time was on a full count pitch that he thought was ball 4 inside. Havey will step out in front as they signal some defensive strategy to the infield with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Roseburg threatening to try and add to their 2-1 lead. Squaring to bunt, taking, and no play to be made by Havey behind the plate. The ball was in the dirt. The call is a ball and no. Silas Kincaid did not swing. And actually, I thought it was a double steal, but it was only Takahashi that takes third base. So a steal for Takahashi is second. Moves up to third. A 1-0 count for Kincaid at the plate. Gillespie at first. He's swinging away here, and he takes outside for a 2-0 count. Roseburg has a runner 90 feet from home to try and stretch it to a 2-run game. They've been leading 2-1 ever since the second. South Medford getting 1 run in the first. Roseburg tying it up and then taking the lead in the second. Pickoff throw to first. Back in safely goes Gillespie. No tag applied at first by Carson Joe. Silas Kincaid. A 2-0 count. Douglas delivers low for ball 3. And they do have some action in the bullpen now for South Medford. And Roseburg has an arm thrown in their bullpen as well. And they're going to put on Silas Kincaid here. Instead of throwing the 3-0 pitch, they'll just walk him. So that'll load him up with nobody out. Here's a big opportunity for Roseburg to try and break this game open, and now a visit out to the mound for South Medford's coaching staff. And this may be a call to the pen coming here for the Panthers. Tanner Douglas has gone into the 6th inning, has not recorded an out, so 5 innings of work so far. 5 innings. He's allowed just 2 hits. He's walked 4, struck out 7. And it does not look like they'll make the change just yet. So Douglas stays in the game with the bases loaded and nobody out. Top of the 6th, Roseburg leading 2-1. And a chance to add to it here. Coming up to bat, Dominic Tatone will get a pinch runner at first base for Silas Kincaid. They'll put on Evan Corbin will run at first. So Corbin will take over to upgrade some speed there at first base for Roseburg. Dominic Tatone will bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game, struck out in the 4th. He walked in the 2nd, and eventually he scored the game-tying run. Take the first pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch for Douglas. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Another breaking ball in for a strike for Tanner Douglas as he battles his way back in this inning. Strikeout would be huge for him. Roseburg at least wants a productive out. At least try and drive in a run if you're going to commit the out. The 0-2 pitch for Tatone. Pops it up left side. That ball in foul territory. And it will get out of the stadium. Stays an 0-2 count for Tatone. 0-2 count. Dahm trying to put it in play. Douglas delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Tanner Douglas. So Douglas will get the big first out he needed. Strikeout number 8 on the day. After walking the bases loaded. We'll bring up Nathan Wayman, who had the RBI triple in the second that tied the game up. Looking for another big hit here. Puts it through on the right side. It gets into right field. Base hit for Wayman. Coming in to score. 1 run. They're sending a second run. The throw to the plate will not get there in time. Roseburg scores 2 on a single by Nathan Wayman. Wayman now 2 for 3 on the day. He's driven in 3 runs. And Roseburg is on top 4-1. Scoring was Takahashi and Gillespie. And Evan Corbin makes his way to second on the single. Runners at first and second, still just 1 out. First pitch, strike 1 to Knox Hubbard. The 0-1, Hubbard will take inside. Knox on the day is 0 for 1, had a sac fly to give Roseburg a 1-run lead in the second. So he has the RBI there. The 1-1 pitch to him. Outside, gets away from the catcher. Corbin, though, will not try to advance. That ball knocked up the third base side by Havey. Would have made it a short throw, and Corbin deciding not to try and test the arm. Two balls and a strike for Hubbard. Check swing, he goes around for strike 2. Evan Corbin running for Silas Kincaid out at second base. Nathan Wayman on at first after his 2-run single. Driving in 2 more runs to give Roseburg a 3-run advantage. 2-2 pitch for Hubbard. Breaking ball, he'll pull it to second. They'll try to turn 2, get the out at second for 1. Throw back to first in time. A 4-6-3 double play. And the twin killing will finish things off for Roseburg here in the top of the 6th inning. But they add 2 more runs to take a 3-run lead. 4-1, Roseburg on top of South Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg leading 4-1 on top of South Medford. We get a call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking of switching things up with your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. With over 10 years of insurance experience, Chris can make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need at the price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. 5 innings worked for Dominic Titone. He will exit with a lead. Finishes up giving up just 4 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Jordan White will take over. White on the mound, the right-hander, will fire a first pitch to Tosh Stupenhaus. He will pop up a routine fly ball to right field, where Roseburg will get underneath it. That is Klopfenstein out in right field that makes the catch for the first out. 1 away, and Jackson Robertson, the next batter due up. He'll take low and outside. Robertson, the DH, is 0 for 2 in the game with a pair of strikeouts. 1-0 from White, high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Dominic Titone stays in the game defensively, goes to left field. As a strike across on the 2-1 pitch from White. Robertson waits the 2-1. He swings and misses. Got tangled up on that pitch inside. In on the hands, and he went around, could not get around fast enough. The 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Going down looking, 3rd strikeout of the game for Jackson Robertson. There's 2 away for Jordan White. On in relief of Dominic Titone. And he'll face Jake Mason, the left fielder, with 2 down and nobody on. First pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. White comes in, just 4 2/3 innings work so far. His 4th appearance on the year. A 3.00 ERA. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks allowed coming into the matchup. A 1-1 count here for Mason. Low and outside. Two balls, 1 strike. Check swing. Line drive, 1 hopper into the shallow right field grass. Watson there for it, and the second baseman will make the play. As Jake Mason on a check swing. Didn't mean to get the bat out there, but couldn't bring it back in time. A 1-2-3 frame in relief for Jordan White. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Roseburg headed to the 7th, looking to add some more insurance, leading 4-1 against South Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Top of the 7th inning. And coming on in relief for South Medford will be Tristan Malari, a left-hander taking over for Tanner Douglas, who goes 6 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts for Tanner Douglas, who leaves with the game not in his favor. He'll be on the hook for the loss if the score does not change. The pitching change, of course, is brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Make sure you get in touch with him if you're thinking about switching things up with your insurance. ChrisInsures.com or 541-672-3301. It'll be Watson, Dunn, and Klopfenstein due up here in the 7th as Roseburg leads 4-1, trying to add some insurance in Game 1 of a doubleheader. And the first pitch all the way to the backstop for ball 1 from Malari. Tristan Malari, a freshman lefty, taking over here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Does get one in for a strike against Sebastian Watson. Malari making his third appearance. 7 innings worked so far this season. Has a 9.00 ERA, a 1-0 record. The ball lifted to left field for Watson. That'll be a leadoff base hit. Watson gonna stay at, no, he's gonna try and stretch it to second. He'll get in. Watson with a leadoff double for Roseburg. And the Indians gonna try and add more, feel a little bit more comfortable going to the bottom of the 7th inning. So leadoff man on base. That's the 4th hit of the game for Roseburg. And time called. Out to the mound will go Eli Havey. So for South Medford, Malari, he's had 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Again, a 1-0 record, 9 ERA. Just making his 3rd appearance on the year. Roseburg leading 4-1 after the brief visit to the mound. Stick around for the post-game show here for Game 1. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game and then start getting you ready for Game 2. Squaring to bunt, pops it up, back into the backstop for strike 1 for Carson Dunn. The 0-1 pitch. Squaring to bunt again. Dunn offers, and he cannot connect. He's got an 0-2 count. Out at second base, Watson after his leadoff double. The 0-2 pitch popped up in the air. It looks playable. Back behind third. The shortstop, Jace Miller, tracking it down, will make the catch to retire Dunn. 1 away. Still at second base as Watson doesn't try to advance. That would have been a tough play to make there, to tag and move from second on the shallow fly ball out to left field. Top of the order, Logan Klopfenstein will bat, 1 for 3 on the day. He had the single in the first inning to lead off the ball game. First pitch for Malari, the reliever, breaking ball outside. Malari takes over for Douglas. For Tanner Douglas, if the score doesn't change, would be his first loss of the season. Fastball. Back to the pitcher, over to first base for the out. Malari fielding off the mound makes that play on the comebacker. There's 2 down. Up to third base, Sebastian Watson advancing. On the ground out by Klopfenstein. 2 away. Austin Takahashi will stand in. Tak is 0 for 2 in the game. Walked in the 6th inning. Eventually came around to score. First pitch high, ball 1. Takahashi looking for that first hit of the ball game. The lefty versus lefty matchup continues with the reliever coming out of the pen left-handed. Breaking ball low, bounces away just a short distance away from the catcher, Eli Havey. That holds Watson at third. Two-0 count for Tak. The junior waits. Takes a fastball on the outer half for strike 1. Two balls and a strike from Malari. Lefty winds and fires low. That one skips away from Havey. Breaking from third. Watson will score standing up. And Roseburg adds another run on top 5-1. A wild pitch bringing in a run. A 3-1 count for Takahashi. Austin digs back in with 2 away. Now nobody on base. He'll take ball 4 high and away. And the top of the 7th inning continues on. Second walk of the game for Takahashi. Brings up Dawson Gillespie, who walked as well in the 6th inning. Gillespie walking in the 6th inning. Has grounded out twice. Throw to the plate. Back pick down to first. Will not be there in time. 1-0 count for Dawson. In the 7th inning for South Medford, you're looking at the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Malari's 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball, hits the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Wind deciding to pick up again. Pitch high, another throw down to first. Will not be there in time to get Takahashi. 2 balls and a strike for Dawson. Game 1 running a little slower here. Game 2 is tentatively scheduled for 2 o'clock. We'll get started a little later than that. Runner going, no throw from behind the plate. So Takahashi takes second. Steals second base, his 3rd stolen base of the day for Austin Takahashi. He's been on base only twice. At the plate, a 2-2 pitch for Dawson. Breaking ball low. Did he go around? The call is no, he did not. So a full count pitch coming up here for Dawson Gillespie. Shortstop. Trying to keep this 7th inning going, seeing if Roseburg can add some more. Gets behind one to right field. This one out to Gannon Jones. A routine fly ball out to right. And Gillespie will go down as the final out in the 7th. But Roseburg adds another run of insurance after a leadoff double by Sebastian Watson. 1 run in on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. Roseburg 3 outs away from a win to start things off here today in Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Nine-hitter Caleb Long at the plate to start things off here in the bottom of the 7th for South Medford, needing 4 runs to tie, 5 to walk off with a win. As the wind starts picking up here, circling out there on the field. Jordan White on the mound, a 2-0 pitch to Long. Hits the outside corner. Long at the plate is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. First time facing Jordan White, who has come on in relief. He fouls away the pitch. And I believe it is a 2-2 count for the 9-hitter for South Medford. So Long, Sewell, and Miller, your 3 hitters due up as South Medford looks for a late rally against Roseburg. The Indians trying to close it out with their win in Game 1 of the doubleheader. First, the 2-2 pitch is just outside. The count will go full. A 3-2 for White. Strike three call. They got him. Caleb Long wanted ball 4, did not get the call. Second strikeout for Jordan White. And that is the way things start here in the 7th for South Medford. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the order, Cam Sewell will get a chance to bat. Yet another One Peak Medical strikeout. Again, visit onepeakmedical.com. They're accepting new patients and accept most insurances. Strike called against Sewell, who is 0 for 3 in the game. Last time up, grounded out to first against Dominic Tatone. The 0-1 pitch high for Jordan White. White, a chance to, let's see here, he entered the game in the 6th. It was a lead of 3 runs at the time, so this is a save opportunity for Jordan. Time called. Sewell digs back in, lefty versus righty matchup. It's down low. The count will go to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Sewell will ground it first base side. The play to the bag. It is caught by Jordan White. He is hit from behind by Sewell as he ran through the bag. Just incidental contact in the game. No harm, no foul there. Jordan White sprints back to the mound with 2 outs. He's ready to go. A 3-1 put out again for for Cam Sewell. There's 2 down, nobody on base, and Jace Miller will bat. 1 out away from a win here in Game 1 of the Twin Bill. First pitch swinging. That ball popped up. It'll get out of play. Strike 1. A win here keeps Roseburg undefeated in conference play. The 0-1, 1 hop on his knees. Throw to first for Gillespie. It will not get there in time. Great play by Dawson. Just didn't have enough behind it to get it to first in time to beat Miller, who will get his 2nd hit of the game. And for Jordan White, that's the first hit he allows, but it wasn't a gimme. Man on with 2 away for South Medford. They're heart of the lineup coming up to bat. Tanner Douglas is 0 for 1 in the game, reached on an error and has been walked twice. First pitch inside for ball 1. So South Medford, a little bit of life continues for the Panthers. Outside for White. Count goes to 2-0. Jace Miller on at first. That ball, glove side, or excuse me, right side there for Gillespie on that 1 hopper that he made. The nice play in the hole at short, but had to go to the turf to get to it, and throwing from his knees. Got it to the bag on target. 1 hopped over to Silas Kincaid, but just not enough behind it to beat out Miller. 3-0 pitch here for Tanner Douglas. Just outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk issued. And things get a little interesting here in the 7th. First and second for South Medford, down by 4. Game tying run still on deck. Eli Havey will bat. The catcher had a single in the 5th. He's also walked twice. He bats here against Jordan White with 2 on, 2 outs. First pitch swinging. That ball in the air out to center field. Carson Dunn calling for it, and there it is. Roseburg will come away with a win in Game 1 of our doubleheader. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base for the Panthers. And Roseburg comes away with a 5-1 win in Game 1. We'll have Game 2 coming up in about 20 to 30 minutes from now. But stick around. We've got your post-game show coming up where we'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for the first game of our doubleheader. Back after this 3-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here in Medford for our post-game show for Game 1 of our doubleheader today. Roseburg getting a 5-1 win on top of South Medford in the opener. Joey Kieran here with you. It's great to have you guys with us, joining us. I know that video stream has been definitely providing some issues, and maybe you've been able to listen to it through the video stream and just enjoy the audio there. You can always listen to the game streaming on 541radio.com and with the 541 Radio app, or just tune in on the radio there in Douglas County on 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We'll try to switch up some internet providers. We'll see if AT&T is better than Verizon, and see what kind of luck we have here in Game 2. But, thanks for sticking around and joining us for the broadcast here today. A good one in Game 1 as Roseburg gave up the lead in the first inning. South Medford would get a run in the bottom of the first on a pass ball that scored Jace Miller, who reached on a one-out single. Made the game 1-0 in favor of the Panthers. But Roseburg would get the lead in the second, and they would hang on the rest of the way. A triple by Nathan Wayman scored Dominic Tatone, who got a leadoff walk in the second inning. The triple scored him. Wayman would score on a sac fly by Knox Hubbard, and Roseburg had a 2-0 lead. They added two more in the sixth inning on a two-run single by Wayman to right field. He drove in three, was 2 for 3 on the day. And then Roseburg adds another run in the seventh. A double got Sebastian Watson on base, and he would score on a wild pitch to make it 5-1. Roseburg with the win. 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 4 men left on base for Roseburg. For South Medford, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base. Dominic Tatone will pick up the win for Roseburg. He pitches 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. He goes to 2-1 on the season. Tanner Douglas takes the loss, drops to 3-1 on the year. He pitched 6 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Getting a save today is Jordan White. He pitches 2 innings of relief, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for him as he picks up his first save of the season. So not too shabby of a day for Roseburg. Really a great pitcher's duel in Game 1. Tanner Douglas and Dominic Tatone wheeling and dealing for the two of them. And for Tatone, he got just enough offense as really leading the way. Nathan Wayman, a huge day with a triple and a double driving in, a triple and a single driving in 3 runs for Roseburg. They took advantage of their opportunities and were able to hang on to the lead. Roseburg will go to 3-0 in conference play, 9-4 on the season. South Medford drops to 9-2 and 1-2 in Southwest Conference play. Taking a look at some offensive numbers, Logan Klopfenstein goes 1 for 4 with a single in the first. And you had Nathan Wayman 2 for 3 with a triple, a single, and 3 RBI, plus a run scored. Sebastian Watson goes 1 for 2 with a walk, a double, and a run scored. On the other side, for South Medford, Jace Miller had 2 hits. He was 2 for 4 on the day with a run scored. Eli Havey goes 1 for 2 with 2 walks, a single. And then Caleb Long goes 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout. It's time now here in the post-game show to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Well, gifting the award in Game 1, Dominic Tatone, obviously a great pitching performance, but the offense, not a lot that went on as they faced a great arm on the other side. And so if not for the big hits from Nathan Wayman, Roseburg may not have found themselves in the lead here today. So Nathan Wayman is our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game, going 2 for 3 on the day, driving in 3 of Roseburg's 5 runs, also scored a run in there as well. So Nathan Wayman helping to provide 4 runs on the day for Roseburg. He is your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. All right, that's going to do it for Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll have Game 2 coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to take a bit of an extended break as we get ready for the second game of our doubleheader. For those that are trying to watch the broadcast online, or maybe you're tuning in and listening and you'd like to try and watch it, we're going to try and, we're going to end the Game 1 broadcast. We'll start a second one, but we're going to try a different hotspot and see if that does anything better for us here from Medford, and hopefully it will. But if not, you can always tune in on the radio or listen live on 541radio.com and on the 541 radio app. And then hopefully you'll be able to watch at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel as well. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll get the video stuff all reset up and ready to go for Game 2 of our doubleheader, and hopefully we'll have another good one in store for us here coming up from Medford. Game 1 final, 5-1, Roseburg in front. Game 2 coming up in just a little bit. We'll take the break and come back here from Medford on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 14.